Hey guys, I hope you all had a good week. Let's do another trading video this week because I don't have anything else to talk about at the present moment.
I just want all of the money.
On Wednesday, I thought the magnificent run of NIO stock from a measly $4 a share to all the way up to 40 would actually start to slow down. The tape didn't look super strong Wednesday. NIO stock actually started the day 6% lower. So I figured it might be the time where the epic run of NIO stock was about to come to an end. Now, I think in a lot of ways, NIO is similar to Nikola. You guys have seen what's happened to Trevor Milton's legendary flop of a company, Nikola, where I don't understand where these valuations for NIO is coming from. I'm not saying don't buy NIO or whatever, I just don't see the risk reward. Having said that, I thought Tesla was, I never shorted Tesla, but I thought Tesla was pretty pricey at $300, $400 a share. Long story short, they don't really have a good product yet. They don't have a good concept. They have, a Chinese market, and half these Chinese ADRs, I just don't fucking trust. And I could have another video just on the topic alone. I shorted 300 shares of NIO, and of course, this is Frugal Tiger shorting stocks, okay? Frugal effing Tiger shorting NIO. And you know what happens? I lose. I was forced to cover. Tape just moved up really strong. I then immediately covered at 40.68, losing about $179 on my first attempt, which sucked. I regret not covering it sooner, especially when it was just obvious that I was wrong. So much for my theory that this was the day where NIO was gonna have some sort of downward momentum. That simply did not occur. I guess the Chinese government are just buying NIO stock directly. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta take a second try on things in life, and I recommend that to everyone, whether it's the stock market or whatever. Sometimes your second try is better than your first try. Unfortunately for me, this was not the case with NIO stock, and I lost money again. I shorted NIO stock at 41.18 for my second attempt at shorting NIO stock. And you know what happened? The moment I short sell these stocks, they just start running up. So I covered my 300 shares at 41.62. I was stuck $132 for a total loss on the day over 300. Honestly speaking, you guys, I was actually thinking about, like earlier in the day, I was thinking about building a short position on NIO, and I'm not doing that anymore, okay? I'm sick and tired of losing money on these bullshit ass stocks that are fucking scams, that are just pieces of shit. If you watch NIO stock the rest of the week, I didn't touch it the rest of the week, it ran up to $51, which is quite an accomplishment for those people who are in this car company, this car company. I don't know if you can even call it that right now. I don't want to look at the tape right now, okay? I just get mad every time I see it. I just don't want to look at it. Fucking hate NIO. So I took a day trade on Qualcomm. I had picked up 100 shares of Qualcomm, $144 and change. The main reason I bought it was just a lot of good news about 5G, a lot of good news about the stock. The stock was actually gapping up pre-market. It had a little bit of a pullback. It didn't look like the pullback on an intraday basis was going to continue or persist. Didn't time it perfectly, of course, otherwise I wouldn't be Frugal Tiger. I would be, someone with great timing. I'm not gonna mention any names. Anyway, I had to hold it through some shakiness, but I decided to let this trade breathe despite me, losing a little bit at first. Overall, I was pretty happy with the trade. Ended up selling it for $147 and change for a $230 profit. Okay, I should have let Qualcomm breathe a little bit longer. It was a lot higher, but you take what you get. Some of these stocks, you just got to hit it and quit it, all right? And that's what I did with Qualcomm. So Friday was a really interesting day. I think I had made almost 15 trades on Friday. I just actually want to talk about my larger trades. Back in on DraftKings, I was waiting for their earnings announcement. Really good earnings, really good news. The CEO actually reported strong interest in the public participating in sports betting. It was actually up 13% when the market opened. So it was up a lot early morning. Didn't perform that well during the regular trading hours. It kept dropping lower and lower. I was actually expecting a bounce. I picked up 1,000 shares of DraftKings, around $44. It was at $46 pre-market on Friday. It had a nice pullback, enough of a chance for me to get in, maybe climb a point or two. I thought the interview with the CEO on CNBC was actually pretty good. Almost immediately after me making that purchase, the tape went against me and went against me hard. I'd say within 10 minutes of my purchase, I was down $800 on the trade. I had faith in DraftKings, and I had faith in my degenerate day trading community that they weren't gonna let this stock fall too much. I let this one breathe. I really did feel like over the course of the day, it would climb higher. And it did. Basically, I was just really following through with the level 2 tape. I was paying close attention to where the big sellers were. If you take a look at the level 2, there's one big seller or a big sell order at around $45 a share, which is why I had decided I needed to get out before the $45 a share. It looked like 51,000 shares were gonna hit the market if the price went that high. So that terminology that I just used is very, very bad and inaccurate. Don't read too much into the level 2. I know I mentioned it here. Sometimes I just use it as an excuse to cut a winning trade if I have to, but sometimes market makers use the level 2 just to play games. So many of those orders that you'll see on level 2 never get consummated. They'll get canceled and not even filled. I can actually do a talk just on this topic alone. I took off my position on DraftKings. I believe I sold DraftKings at $44.91 for a $462.69 profit. So I was pretty happy with that, considering I was just down $800. It was a $1,200 swing per se. My magnificent Las Vegas sun has died in a matter of 20 minutes. And I apologize, you guys, I can't afford good artificial lighting right now due to a lack of trading skills, lack of any sort of employable skill out there in the real world. So we're just gonna have to make do. Till next time, I hope you guys learned something from these videos. I'll talk to you all soon, and stay safe.
I just want the money, 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 money.